Hey, welcome to the Art of Extraordinary Confidence. I'm Dr. Aziz, and today I want to share with you a powerful, simple tip to radically boost your confidence. And this is something that's so simple that people often overlook it or say, it's got to be more complex than that, so I'm not going to do it. But trust me, when it comes to building your confidence, and remember, confidence is a skill, it's actually just putting together a lot of really basic practices and doing them. I mean, it's sort of like working out and getting in better physical shape. You don't have to have the most complex routine in the world. You just got to make sure you run a couple times a week and do a few other things, right? So you stack a few things in and you can be in great shape. And it's the same with boosting your confidence. And so here's a tip for you today that's going to be a thing that you can stack into your life. And it is talking yourself up. Talking yourself up. Now, don't worry, I don't mean to other people. So don't go out there and say, hey, everyone, guess how great I am. Although being able to share your successes and really revel in them with other people is actually a sign of confidence. And a lot of people, when I was really low in confidence, I wouldn't tell anyone about my successes. And that's a whole other bag. But in general, I'm not talking about talking yourself up to other people. I'm talking about talking yourself up to you in your own mind. And it's amazing how most people won't do this, or they'll think it's wrong, or it's uncomfortable, or it's just strange or weird. They just never thought of it. But have you ever done it? It's incredibly powerful. Now, one of the best scenes in a movie that depicts this is in Pulp Fiction, when John Travolta he's in a scene, I don't know if you remember this, he's in a scene with Uma Thurman, and she's dating the head honcho of his gang, and he takes her out to a dinner, and it seems like she's trying to seduce him, and or at least definitely interested in him. And so he goes into the bathroom and he looks himself in the mirror and he's like, here's what you're going to do. And he just like talks himself out of the situation. And that is a beautiful depiction of like talking yourself through something, talking yourself up. It's exactly what you want to do. So before you go into a situation, whether it's a date or you're going to ask someone out, or it's a work meeting, or it's a tough conversation, or you're dealing with a supervisor, or you're dealing with a potential client or customer in sales, you talk yourself up in your head. It's your ritual, it's your practice. So how do you do that? Well, it's quite simple. Everyone's got their own style. Mine would be something like this, like, dude, Aziz, you are awesome. Like, listen, seriously, hey, you're awesome. Come on, you got this, man. Like, look at you, you're looking good. You got great communication. You're gonna nail this. Dude, you were awesome. This is really good. What you're doing is incredible. Let me tell you about what you're doing and why it's so incredible. And I'll go on a little rant talking about that exactly in detail. You did this, you did that. Dude, that was awesome that you did this. I mean, it is strange at first if you've never done it, but it also feels kind of good. And it's like we're almost like looking for that praise so often outside from the outside world. Like, do you like what I did? Was that good enough for you? But what if you just started really talking yourself up, especially before challenging situations, challenging events? And I mean, simple phrases are great. You got this. I mean, come on, you look at what you've done before. You've done this, this, and this, and this. And it's amazing if you really start to apply this in your life and bring it in and actually talk yourself up, you'll notice powerful results. One quick story about this. I was sharing this with a client, and he's like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And he came back the next week, and I was like, so, how did it go? And he's like, well, actually, I was surprised how much it worked, but there was a problem. I was like, okay, well, what was the problem? He's like, well, I would talk myself up, and it would feel really good, and then a little bit later, I would just lose it, and I wouldn't feel that way anymore. It's like, oh, well, did you stop doing it? He's like, oh, yeah, I just did it for a few minutes, and then I went back to my day. And guess what happens when you just go back to your day? If you haven't done this very much and you haven't worked on the confidence enough, then that negative thought stream that's already just kind of going, that critic, all that stuff, you just go back to that. A friend of mine calls it bullshit radio. You just go back to the channel on bullshit radio where it's just like, you're going to mess this up, people don't like you, you're not good enough. And it might just be so familiar that you're not even consciously doing it. You don't even think that you're doing it. It's just like background noise, like the hum of a refrigerator or a heater in the background. And so you want to consciously replace that with talking yourself up and do it a lot. Do it a lot throughout the day at first. You lose nothing by doing it. It's not like it takes a lot of time and money or something. It just takes 2 seconds and you talk yourself up. So I want to hear about this. Leave a comment below. Give this video a like, subscribe if you want to hear more from me, but leave a comment below about your experiences with talking stuff up, what's worked, what hasn't worked. I just love hearing about that stuff. And there's also a clip I'm including below of my boy Kenny Powers from Eastbound and Down. Now he talks himself up all the time. He's also like horribly narcissistic and has terrible self-esteem. So don't use him as an exact model. But he's got some great tips there in that little YouTube video about how to talk yourself up. Just I hope you get a chuckle out of that. And I look forward to seeing you in the future. Until we speak again, may you have the courage to be who you are and to know on a deep level that you're awesome.